From the station working for you, this is WRTV News at 11, streaming now.
Tonight we are hearing from President Trump from the hospital for the first time since being admitted for treatment of COVID-19. Thanks for staying up late with us. I'm Nicole Griffin. Former New Jersey Governor Chris Christie, who was on the president's debate prep team, is also now in the hospital after testing positive. This amid concerns over transparency about the president's condition and the timeline of his diagnosis. ABC's Rena Roy has the latest now from Washington.
Tonight, the president speaking to the American people after being admitted to Walter Reed Medical Center as he battles COVID-19, saying he believes he'll be back at the White House soon.
I came here, wasn't feeling so well. I feel much better now. We're working hard to get me all the way back. You don't know over the next period of a few days. I guess that's the real test, so we'll be seeing what happens.
The video message comes after confusion and questions over transparency about the president's condition.
Has he also experienced difficulty breathing?
No, he has not. Never did.
However, sources close to the president tell ABC News he was in fact having difficulty breathing and received supplemental oxygen Friday at the White House after his oxygen levels dropped. His doctor said he was happy about the president's condition at a press briefing today, but a source familiar with the president's health told reporters shortly after his vitals over the last 24 hours were very concerning, and the next 48 hours will be critical in terms of his care. We are still not on a clear path to a full recovery. Multiple news outlets now reporting it was White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows who made those comments. Also, many questions about when Trump was diagnosed. His doctor issuing a memo clarifying the timeline, saying he incorrectly used the term 72 hours in the news conference earlier today when he meant day 3 and 48 hours when he meant day 2. The president first tweeted just after midnight on Friday that he and the First Lady had tested positive for COVID-19. Many now focusing on this Rose Garden ceremony last Saturday for Supreme Court nominee Amy Coney Barrett as a potential super spreader event. Several in attendance confirmed positive, including Chris Christie, who was part of the president's debate prep team. The former New Jersey governor announced this evening he checked himself into a hospital as a precautionary measure because of his history with asthma. Meantime, 77-year-old former Vice President Joe Biden says he and his wife Jill both tested negative. At a town hall tonight, when asked about the lack of PPE provided to essential workers by the Trump administration, Biden said he didn't want to attack the president amid his diagnosis, then said this.
If that's not the president's responsibility, what the heck is his responsibility? They don't care about much of anybody.
Rena Roy, ABC News, Washington.
Rena, thank you. Now to our continuing coverage of the pandemic's impact on Indiana. The state health department reports 13 more deaths. 3,442 Hoosiers have now died with COVID-19. More than 124,000 Hoosiers have tested positive for the virus. More than 2.4 million tests have been administered in Indiana. A local library is now closed for deep cleaning due to a staff member testing positive for COVID-19. The Wayne branch on Girls School Road is closed until at least Monday. Officials there were notified of the positive test on Friday. After contact tracing, other staff members who were within 6 feet of the staffer are now in self-isolation. Again, they do expect to open the library back up on Monday. New at 11, people are gathering tonight at Heritage Lake in Hendricks County to show their support for law enforcement officers. People who live in the area placed blue lights on their homes for tonight's Light Up the Lake event. There was also a Back the Blue police parade around the lake. Organizers say in the lead car of the parade was the parents of fallen IMPD officer Breanne Leith. Leith was just 24 years old when she was shot and killed while responding to a domestic disturbance in April. Tonight's event has one purpose: show support to the men and women in law enforcement and their families. Now to your forecast. Meteorologist Kyle Mounts is standing by. And Kyle, if you had plans outside tonight, it was a little chilly.
Yeah, and might have gotten interrupted a little bit. We have had a few showers out there as well. Not a whole lot of coverage, but some light rain from around Peru, Logansport, just east of Delphi, another pocket here across portions of Clay County into western Owen County. So it's very light out there for us this evening, and through the overnight, much of the rain will stay off to the northwest. But then as we get into tomorrow morning, this is 9 a.m., you can see we've got those showers fairly widespread, and the rain chances will ramp up for the first half of the day tomorrow. Temperatures right now with a dry sky in Indianapolis. We are at 54 degrees. By tomorrow morning, those temperatures starting off in the lower 50s with those areas of rain.
Kyle, thank you. Hiring Hoosiers is our commitment at WRTV to connect you to job opportunities and resources. If you are a fan of fall and you need a job, Waterman's Family Farm kicked off their fall festival just last week. But in order for it to be a success this year, they are looking for some friendly faces to join their team. WRTV's Troy Washington is finding out what you need to know to get the job.
Things have changed here at Waterman's Family Farm.
It's been different, but a lot of people want to get out, so the crowds have been happy. A lot of people have been very understanding about the whole COVID thing and certain things that we can and can't do. And also like the things that we've implemented, they've been pretty understanding about that as well.
Karine Connors is a fall festival manager. She's been working here for 6 years, and this is the first year she feared the show might not go on because of the pandemic.
I was afraid that we weren't even going to be able to open, but we got a lot of the things with the health department figured out. There was a lot of little hoops to jump through, but I'm glad that we actually got it open this year.
Families are back in the family's pumpkin patch, going for hay rides and loading up to hop all aboard the train here, but not before social distancing and wearing face masks.
This is his first Halloween, and we wanted to make it special. Just come out here, pick him out a perfect pumpkin that we can put him in, carve it.
He was born right when the whole pandemic started, so it was scary for us to get out at first because we weren't sure how it would affect him.
It's so much fun, they say it can make anyone crack a smile.
Yeah, we never heard of it before, and it was cool to bring him out here. He's normally not too emotional, but he was smiling, and we had him on the slide. It was cool.
So what better place to work? In fact, the family farm needs more employees as demand and the crowd grows.
There's a few ways you can go about getting a job here. You can stop by to pick up an application, give them a call, or you can go online to their website.
And what qualities are they looking for in a possible hire?
People that love the outdoors, people that love kids, because we're a family farm, so we're very family oriented, we're very kid oriented. Most of the time, like every year, we have school groups come out. This year's been a little different because a lot of schools can't actually come out.
Connor says if you fit that description, then come on down and join the team. Working for you, Troy Washington, WRTV.
Troy, thank you for details about this job and other companies hiring across central Indiana. Just head over to our website, hiringhoosiers.com. The racing action was twice as nice as the Indianapolis Motor Speedway this weekend. Fans were there today to watch a dominating performance by a driver who knows a lot about winning at Indy. Crowds were capped at 10,000 fans both today and yesterday. Several sections in turns 1 and 4 of the oval were being used, along with a few of the track's premium seating areas. Fans were required to wear masks and seats were marked for social distancing. As for the second IndyCar race of the weekend, Brad Brown has a recap of the day.
Keep in mind, this race wasn't even on the schedule until the middle of the summer, but by the time it was all done, the Harvest GP here at IMS turned out to be a massive success. Fans in the stands, some great action on the track, and Saturday's race had the guys starting up front, finishing up front when it was done. Will Power earned the pole position in Saturday morning's qualifying session, adding to a long list of poles that he's had, and he continued his success here on the IMS road course, but not without some challenges along the way. A great battle over the final few laps with 20-year-old Colton Herta. Those two drivers won each of the races at the doubleheader 3 weeks ago at Mid-Ohio. Herta got within a couple of seconds, got it down less than a second in the final laps, but Power was able to lead him to the checkered flag. He led every one of the 75 laps. A great finish and his 4th career victory here on the IMS road course. Is that the best car you've had all year? Because it looked good to us.
Yeah, it was a very good car. We made some good changes last night, and obviously in qualifying we were very quick, and the race was the same. Kind of went back to what we had in July, which was a very strong car too. Unfortunately, we got caught by a yellow there. Yeah. But yeah, I was much better than the day before, much better.
How much different was it running in the cooler conditions? Like 30 degrees difference from the July race here.
Yeah, I mean, you still get degradation, and I think the biggest factor is wind. Like the first day with the wind, I mean, it unbalances the car so much. You got that big screen now, and it blows on the screen and creates a lot of push. So Yeah, it just gives it a bit more downforce, but then you get a bit more horsepower, so you're going faster, so it kind of zeroes out.
What is it about this road course that has suited you so well? Any idea?
It's quite technical, like it's a consistent grip level, a high grip level, like a European track, but the technical sequence of corners, which I love tackling that sort of thing. I'm quick everywhere, but in particular this track I really enjoy.
As for the championship chase, Joseph Newgard with a 4th place finish here in race 2 this afternoon. Scott Dixon could manage only 8th. Dixon picked up a little damage in a collision with Ryan Hunter-Reay early in the race on his side pod. May have affected the aero on his car a little bit, but he was unable to get any further progress up the field. Newgarden, however, does make progress. In the points, he'll be just 32 behind and have a shot at the title heading to the season finale. They'll have 3 weeks to think about all of it. Dixon and Newgarden battle for the title, and IndyCar will wrap up its season in St. Petersburg, Florida. That race is coming up on Sunday, October 25th. At the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, Brad Brown, WRTV Sports.
Brad, thank you. And racing will continue tomorrow at the track. The Indianapolis 8-hour endurance race features GT sports cars in several classes. That will start at 10 a.m. Gates open to the public at 8. And this morning, before the race started at the Motor Speedway, a press conference was held announcing several significant steps related to Penske Entertainment Corporation's ongoing Race for Equality and Change initiatives. First, a chief diversity officer for Penske Entertainment Group has been appointed. Jimmy McMillan has been a senior corporate counsel for IMS and IndyCar since 2016. He will now also be in charge of leading the ongoing implementation of the Race for Equality and Change pillars. Key goals include recruiting and developing a diverse workforce at IndyCar and IMS, diversifying the driver field at the grassroots level, and investing in minority communities to encourage engagement with IndyCar and IMS. Today's announcement also included an expansion to NXG Youth Motorsports, Inc.
20 years ago, myself and my best friend, race car driver Charles Lloyd Wilson, came up with this idea after we finished our career in open wheel racing to get people that look like us in a program that could be part of the sport that we absolutely love. We looked around and we realized that there weren't a lot of folks of color in motorsports as a whole, and in particular in IndyCar.
The nonprofit introduces minority students to motorsports by providing access to STEM curriculum, career pathways, and valuable life lessons. Part of the expansion includes a $500,000 in funding from Penske and its corporate sponsors. The president's COVID-19 diagnosis has sparked a lot of discussion, but Twitter says some of that discussion is highly inappropriate. Coming up, what the social media website is now doing to address it. A message now from health experts: get your flu shot and get it now. Why they say it's vitally important for you to take action. Twitter is banning tweets that express a desire for President Trump to die of COVID-19. It says it doesn't tolerate such comments about anyone, but some Democratic congresswomen say that's not true. A tweet from a Twitter spokesperson says users can't post messages hoping for death or serious harm to another person. 4 congresswomen nicknamed the Squad say they've seen plenty of tweets that threaten them or call for their deaths. They want to know why Twitter did not ban those comments. The members of the group are Representatives Rashida Tlaib, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Ilhan Omar, and Ayanna Pressley. They are taking to Twitter this weekend to ask the company about what they consider a double standard. Healthcare workers are stressing the importance of getting the flu vaccine this year, so the Marion County Health Department is trying to make it easy for people to get one. It's holding low-cost flu vaccine clinics this month. Getting the flu is bad enough, but adding the risk of contracting COVID-19 could complicate things for patients and hospitals. Health leaders say if more people don't get their flu shots this year, there could be consequences.
Usually see a surge in the increased need for medical services during flu season. So we don't want to tax the medical system with both flu and COVID at the same time. That's why we like folks to go and get their shot this year for sure.
Health leaders say if you're pregnant, over the age of 65, or have any other medical conditions, you especially should make sure to get the flu vaccination. The health department is holding 3 more clinics this month at churches around the city. The cost is $20 for anyone age 2 and up, free for kids under 2. Medicaid and Medicare are accepted. There is another clinic Tuesday at Old Bethel Church, Sunday, October 18th at St. Gabriel Catholic Church, and October 22nd at Inglewood Christian Church. We do have a full list of multiple flu shot options right now at our website, WRTV.com. Kyle.
Yeah, well, we had quite a few clouds around the area earlier today. We still made it into the middle 60s, and right now we're holding on to the 50s thanks to that blanket of cloud cover. It's 50 for you right now in Thorntown, 54 in Indy and Columbus, and 52 in Tipton. We got the clouds, and from those clouds, we have a few showers out there. Again, this is all very light around Logansport, Peru, and Kokomo, and also another one of those batches of showers moving through now into portions of Park County and around Rockville. Tonight, we'll have a few showers. Most areas, though, just cloudy skies with temperatures in the upper 40s to around 50 for that overnight number. As we look at Sunday morning on TrueCast here, 8 o'clock in the morning, you can see we've got that rain increasing in coverage. It still should be fairly light for us, but as we go through the first half of the day, we're all pretty much going to need the umbrella, and if you're heading out, those windshield wipers as well. As we go into the second half of the day, though, I do think we'll start to see those showers tapering off. We'll still have a few light showers here and there, but the coverage will not be as widespread. And we're not expecting a whole lot of rainfall either. Most areas, 1/4 of an inch of rain or less. So certainly it will be helpful with our dry conditions, but it's not a drought buster or anything like that. Another thing it's going to do is keep those temperatures very cool, only in the 50s here tomorrow as we go through the afternoon, middle 50s, and adding to that kind of chill in the air almost is going to be that northwest breeze around 15 miles per hour. A high of 57 in Bloomington, Indianapolis as well, 56 for you in Muncie, and 58 in Lafayette. So numbers that are about 10 to 15 degrees below average for this time of year. A cool afternoon sets the stage for a cold night here. As we go into the overnight hours tomorrow, we're going to have those clouds start to clear. Could have some areas of frost around with a low of 39 in Indy, but check out around Peru, expecting those lows to get down into the middle 30s. Now, the good news is temperatures are going to be rebounding here fairly quickly as we go into the week ahead. There's that average of 70. Should get past that as we get into Tuesday and the middle of the week. Monday, we start to build that recovery process. The sunshine will return for us, and after that potentially frosty start, we'll get a temperature of 51 here at 11 a.m. and those highs back into the lower 60s. 7-day planning forecast now as we put it all together. We got that chance for some rain showers again tomorrow, and I think most of us will see at least a little bit of rain. After that, though, it is back to a dry weather pattern here as we go through the next 6 days of that forecast. A high again in the lower 60s for us on Monday. But check it out, we're back to 70 on Tuesday, middle 70s on Wednesday, and we'll hold in the 70s, looking pretty good heading into next weekend.
All right, Kyle, thank you so much. Well, still ahead here on WRTV, a field of dreams for some special athletes in Johnson County. When they're out on the field, it's all about the love of the game. COVID-19 has canceled many events and upended many plans, and that includes sports, both the big leagues as well as teams here at home. A local Little League scrambled to reschedule their season. WRTV's Rafael Sanchez takes us to Greenwood, where volunteer coaches are leading several innings of inspiration.
Nice hit, Brian. Brian Canfield, with his dad at his side, likes to cover all his bases. He enjoys sports, time with his guitar, and getting together with his friends Nicholas Myers, Noah Bisland, Isabel Jones, and Leighton Runyon.
Now batting for the Cardinals, Jonah Harris.
Go, go, go! It's normal for them. They don't think anything different. They don't think they're different from anybody. They just come out here and play.
They're among the 35 athletes that make up the Challenger League. Players ranging from 5 to 27 years old with special needs. Every game is about an hour. There are no outs. Everyone bats every inning, which could be as many as 3.
I just love being out here and playing baseball.
Great hit, man.
Out on the field, volunteers help as needed. This league was canceled this past spring due to the pandemic. Instead of waiting until next year, the decision was made to play ball this fall because the athletes were eager to be back with their teammates.
He loves to be outside and be with everybody else, and he just loves to play.
On this diamond, you'll find many gems on teams called Pirates, Reds, Cardinals, and Dodgers. Athletes who in the sunlight or under the big lights simply shine.
Give everyone a chance. It doesn't matter your ability. You always can put your heart to something and make it worthwhile and fun.
Great hit, Jamie. Nice job.
That was our Rafael Sanchez reporting. The Greenwood Little League plans to bring back the league next spring and possibly even next fall. The plan is one for young kids and one for older kids. The season ended on September 25th. We'll have one final check your forecast coming up after this break. The Colts are getting ready for their Sunday matchup against the Chicago Bears. Indy has looked very good in their last 2 games, both wins, but they've got a new look offense across the field this week. Brad Brown has a Week 4 preview.
The Colts have gained some momentum in the right direction after a pair of impressive wins, and now they're trying to harness that positive vibe.
It is head down and focused. And now, the guys have a lot of fun and enjoy wins for sure, but it's just been very steady, focused approach. And I'm not saying that doesn't surprise me, but that was one thing I found out now being kind of getting into the regular groove of the season.
Steady is a good way to describe Phillip Rivers in these 2 Colts victories. The quarterback connecting on nearly 80% of his passes. Tight end Mo Alley-Cox continues to be his favorite target, but add Darius Fountain to the receptions column. Sunday saw his first NFL catch in a career that's been riddled by injuries and roadblocks.
There's been a lot of ups and downs within my career, and then the ankle injury was just the cherry on top with all of that, man. So I definitely have a lot of confidence. I'm just treating every day like it's a game. Obviously over the past few years, I haven't been able to play in a lot of games, so I was just taking that energy.
Rookie running back Jonathan Taylor has fully embraced his starting role. He continues grinding out the yards in any way he can.
When you get out into open field, you have to make it count. But it definitely is an adjustment, but you got to understand it's big boy football now. So, 4 yards or better is acceptable, but you definitely want to get out into that open field and kind of show your talents.
Week 4 sees the Bears on the Colts game plan. A surprise 3-0 for Chicago, perhaps, but the way they got that 3rd win was certainly unexpected. Mitch Trubisky benched after a dismal first half. Nick Foles came in at quarterback and led a big comeback, immediately earning the Bears' starting spot.
Nick is fearless in the pocket. He's one of those quarterbacks he stands in the pocket and the rush doesn't bother him. He'll stand there till the last second, in order, because he sees something coming open down the field and he knows he can make the throw, like he did last week.
And what about these empty stadiums? Soldier Field will have none of what would have likely been 60,000 raucous voices. Home field advantage feels like a lot less in the NFL this fall.
I think the communication is the biggest thing. The offenses aren't putting that. We would work silent count all week this week if there were fans. Therefore, we can keep on the verbal cadence. So those are the little things that you felt so far.
This starts a stretch of games that could tell us a lot about the Colts. 3 out of 4 on the road with the bye week squeezed in there. Chances are Indy will be favored in all of these games. They're 2.5-point favorites this week. As for that next home game, Lucas Oil Stadium is upping its capacity to 12,500. Those tickets are on sale now for the Colts and the Jets on Sunday, October 18th. Brad Brown, WRTV Sports.
Our Sunday here at home will start off with some rain showers, and it's going to be a very cool day. A high of just 57, but things are going to feel a whole lot better as we get into the week ahead. The sunshine will return after a chilly, frosty start there Monday morning. We're at 63, and then we got highs even in the mid-70s by Wednesday.
All right, Kyle, thank you. And thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you right back here tomorrow at 6. Have a great night.